Welcome back, folks. For this design, I'm using a Pinterest size design. It is the size of 1000 pixels by 1500 pixels. And I'm going to start the design by going to my elements and placing a photo on my workspace. And I'm going to grab this photo and I'm just going to resize it so that it fits my whole screen. But then I'll just move it up like this, and depending on where you want to place it to have your writing, that's something that you're going to have to decide. I'm going to place some text on my workspace, and in here I'm in two sections. I'm going to type love and before we go any further, I'm going to change that font to a font called Very. Here it is. I'll just make that a little bit smaller, and then I'll increase the size like that. Now I'm going to change the font color to white, and I'll just place it up there for now. I'm going to make a copy, and for the second text box, I'm going to type in marriage. Now I'm going to take the first text box, I'm going to go to effects, and I'm going to curve it. I'm going to move the curving in the other direction, like that. And then I'll grab this one and I'll curve this one as well, but I'll just keep it in the opposite direction like that. I'm just going to decrease the curving slightly, like that. And I'm going to grab both these and I'm just going to make them a little bit larger like this. And we're now going to look for some curved lines. So I'm going to go into elements and I'm going to search for curved lines, and I'll go into graphics and I'll just grab this line right here, and I'm going to place this line right here, and then I'm just going to rotate it slightly and kind of try and match it up like that. Let's make this a little bit larger just so that we can all see what's going on here. And I'm going to make this white. I'm going to make a copy of this and I'm going to bring it over here, but now I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to flip it in the other direction, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing. Now you can have it up or you can bring it down. I'm going to flip it one more time like that. And I'm going to make it so that it looks like it's coming off of the loop on the other side like this. Now we're now going to grab some lines and just connect the love and marriage. So I'm going to go back to my elements. I'm going to place a line on my workspace. I'll just make that a little bit shorter. And if you have problems moving or cropping the lines, press the Control key. That will help you. I'm going to drag this all the way down here. And I'm going to go into line type. And I'm going to use the curved option. And then I'm just going to curve it slightly towards the bottom like this. I'm going to take a duplicate of this and I'm going to bring it over here. I'm just going to grab this notch here and bring it up a little bit. And I'll just adjust the curve just slightly. Now, once you're satisfied with all the changes that you have made, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to take the photo and we're just going to bring it up as far up as possible without going over any of the lines, and we're going to leave it like that. All right, now before we download this, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to grab the text and we're going to go into effects and we're going to use the outline. And we're going to use white as the outline color, like that. And now we're going to download it. So I'm going to go to share, I'm going to go download, and I'm going to download this design. While that's downloading, I'm going to create a new page and just wait for that download to finish. I'm going to bring it back inside of my design. And once it finishes downloading, I'm going to come up here to BG Remover and remove the background. Now, don't be afraid. I don't need the background remover on the top part. I just need it on the bottom part. So we're going to go back into BG Remover. Now I'm going to start off by restoring the top part of my photo. So I'll click on restore and I've got my brush size, which is a little bit larger. You can toggle the brush size here. I'm going to grab it and just quickly restore the top part. I'm also going to come back and just show the original image just so that I can see where the writing is. Now don't worry too much about where the writing is. Just make sure that the photo only appears on the top part of the writing. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Okay, so you don't have to really be too exact, but I'm just going to quickly scroll over with my restore brush, and I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I'm just going to zoom up a little bit so that I can get everything in the top part showing with the photo on top, if that makes sense. And I'll do the same over here without going into the, or trying not to go into the bottom. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. And we're going to come down to the bottom now. And of course, that photo, we need to remove the photo from the bottom part of the word. We want it to show on top. We want to remove it from the bottom. So I'm going to click on erase. And I'm just going to very carefully erase the photo where I see it on the bottom. And I'm also going to remove this part right here. And I'll just close this. So I'm going to grab this now and I'm just going to place it right up top in the top corner. And I'm going to resize it to fit my page like this. Now I'm going to go back into elements and I'm going to place another photo on my workspace. Here is that photo. I'm going to make it a little bit larger like that. And I'm going to push this photo in behind my first photo. There we go. It's now time for us to grab our text again. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go to position and layers, and I'm going to grab all of that text. I'm going to copy it, Control C, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to paste it right there. Now, I'm going to come up to the text color, and I'm going to change that text color to black. And I'm going to keep the outline because that will differentiate between the top layer photo and the bottom layer photo. And that's pretty much it. So what did you think of this tutorial? Let me know in the comments. And if there's anything else that you want to learn, place that in the comments as well. Did you like this tutorial or did you hate it? If you did, if you learned something, press that like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. All right, guys, for now, I'll say bye-bye. Until next time.